We're 60 seconds from the shot caller question of the day. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. And before we get into the show, can I just say a quick thank you to all my co-hosts and to our producers and to the people that work really hard behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Because having to work in radio right now is not easy.
No,
it's not.
It is a brutal industry.
Oh, man, is it.
It's not something I would wish on anyone
Yeah.
to get into.
Yeah, but don't worry. People will still complain about free entertainment.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anytime they can.
Especially with all the nonsense that we've had to deal with behind the scenes here.
Oh my God, I'm exhausted.
It's really tiring. I really appreciate all the hard work and the enthusiasm from everybody on this team every single morning. So truly, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really nice of you,
awesome.
Jeff. Very
Yeah.
unexpected.
Jeff, have you been drinking this morning?
No, I just feel like I want to thank you guys for everything that we're doing.
Great. And thank you to
Anyway.
the listeners. and-
Let's get into
yeah.
the show.
Okay.
A study came out from England the other day that found 26% of thank yous are completely insincere.
Okay.
Oh.
I should have seen
Oh,
that
God.
coming. I thought we were having a moment together.
No, not mine though.
I
I'm
was
part of
gonna-
the other percent.
Uh-huh.
That was just really bad timing.
I was going to hug you and
I
say, yeah, we
should
did
have
it, buddy.
looked
We
at
made
what
it.
we were going to talk about
Wow.
before I did
Wow.
that. Okay, well, this is awkward.
Well, that took
The
off.
researchers found the average adult says thank you 207 times a month or 7 times per
Wow.
day, which is a lot. So some of the time
a
it's
lot.
bound to be fake and not heartfelt. But mine
Uh-huh.
is not like that.
Oh, okay.
100% of the time, I am
Yeah.
completely sincere
Really?
and
Okay.
honest.
100%?
100%.
Are you sure about that math?
Yes,
Because
I
I
am.
feel like maybe it's around 26,
You know,
just like your study said.
You're being very critical right now, Brooke, but I thank you for the criticism because I do want to grow as
It's
a host
helping
on
you
this
grow.
show.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you to all the listeners for bearing with us through all that.
Truly, thank you.
And
That's
thank
a
you for
real one.
listening as we get into a brand new shock collar question of the day. We have a bucket full of names. We're going to draw one out, see who gets asked the trivia question. If you give the wrong answer, the punishment is to be shocked while singing a song. So text into 78592 and tell us which one you'd like to hear. Jose's drawing a name out because he had the shock collar last. Who'd you get, Jose?
Alexis, do not leave me. Just date me. Fuller.
I do prefer that.
All right. She's putting on the shock collar. While that happens, Digital Jake, please read us the shock collar question of the day.
Today, I have a list of the top 4 highest earning syndicated TV shows of all time. I can tell you that at number 1, by far, is The Simpsons, which by all estimates makes close to $20 billion, which is a crazy amount, but they are cleared to air in almost every country in the world.
And they've been on for like 80 years.
I didn't
So,
realize that. Oh my god.
Tied at number 3 are Friends and Seinfeld that make a couple billion a year apiece.
Those are the first two I thought
Yeah,
of.
same.
But the big question is, which show that began in the 90s is number 2 on the list? It makes $8 billion a year. Please discuss.
just number 2.
Oh. Above Friends and Seinfeld?
So here's the thing. What's interesting about Seinfeld, it wasn't on for as long as The Simpsons, right? The Simpsons are up at the top because they've been on for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, do we think longevity first? Because you could go, oh my
You
God.
said it came out in the 90s, though.
Well, ER. ER was on forever. Remember how long
Yeah.
that show went on?
The same thinking as Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
Yeah.
That
And the
one
same
too.
Thought. I mean, they're both really popular hospitals.
But they don't probably read into other languages. I mean, that was the thing about The Simpsons
Oh,
too. It's
yeah.
on in how many different countries?
yeah, it's a lot of
I
slapstick.
can't imagine
humor.
those are
Yeah.
above Friends and stuff, right?
I don't know though because
Did Grey's Anatomy start all the way back in the 90s?
No, I think it was the early
Eh.
2000s.
I think so too. I think we're just off on that.
God, The Office wasn't the 90s either.
No.
I'm trying to think of another animated show. Like Family Guy, I don't think started until the 2000s. Then
Yeah.
it got canceled, and then it got brought back. Like their journey's been awkward.
I don't know. I feel like Family Guy might be right on the edge there.
Yeah, because I think it was late 90s, and then it didn't test well. They got rid of it, and then 3-4 years later, they brought it back, and
Can
it
you
was
wa-
wildly successful.
And now it's still making new episodes.
Still making new
Can you watch it
episodes.
all across the world?
I don't know about
I'm sure you
international.
can.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
If you can translate The Simpsons, you can do it with
okay.
Family Guy.
Well, and yeah,
Let's get the question one more time.
Friends and Seinfeld have both generated billions of dollars annually in royalties and licensing, but the TV show The Simpsons is king, making at least $20 billion a year worldwide. The question I'm asking you today is which show that began in the 90s is number 2 on the list? And since you seem to be in trouble, I'll give you a handy hint,
yes,
Alexis.
yes.
Pick
Yeah.
a letter, A, B, and C, and I'll tell you the hint behind it. Now, some hints
What?
may be handier than others.
Let's go A for Alexis.
A, it's a cable TV show.
Cable. So
'Cause
Family
my-
Guy is
Cable.
on not
Fox.
on cable.
My first thought was
Huh.
like, I mean, we're missing all the reality shows here.
Oh, like the Kardashians?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
They would have
actually.
started in the 90s.
And that's a
Did
cable
they start
show.
in the 90s?
No, they didn't
No,
start
they
in the
weren't
90s. They were the
popular.
2000s.
Hi,
Kim
Jake
Karda-
here, jumping in. You guys are way off.
Oh.
Alexis, pick between B and C. and I'll
Thank
give you
you.
another hint.
Wow. Okay, C.
C, while they make a lot of money in syndication, they also make a boatload from toys.
Toys.
Could be animated again. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any kid show then that you're thinking?
That's what I was trying to think of. A
It has to
Disney,
be, right?
Like Mickey's Playhouse or some kind of Disney show, but I don't think it's that.
Toy?
wait,
Any superhero
wait,
show or anything?
What about SpongeBob?
Hey,
I mean, SpongeBob was on forever.
now
It has
we're
its own
talking.
musical on Broadway.
I like that.
That's
It spans
SpongeBob
a
has
lot
a
of
musical?
generations. Yes.
Oh my
yes.
god, I gotta go see that one.
And
Oh
it
my
is
God,
I
translated.
do love SpongeBob.
That's, I was like, it has to be animated.
and
or
I
the-
think they
the
still
toys.
make episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good
I
guess.
like it. I like it. I'm gonna go with SpongeBob, Jake.
Ooh, the light bulb went off, Jake.
Yeah.
I told you The Simpsons, Seinfeld, and Friends are all in the top 4 highest earning syndicated TV shows of all time, and I asked you to figure out what program was number 2 on the same list, making $8 billion a year. Well, its first animated episode aired in May of 1999 on the cable TV network Nickelodeon. Making it one of the longest running animated series in American TV history. I'm, of course, talking about SpongeBob SquarePants. Too many
we
hints.
did it.
No more
Fuck
double
you,
hints
Satan.
ever again.
That was on you, Jake.
Well done,
You, Jake.
Brooke and team, and that means Jake is gonna take the shock this morning. And somebody wanted to hear the SpongeBob SquarePants
Yes.
theme song.
Why is it so perfect for you, Jake?
It really
I
is.
felt bad for you guys. Oh, it's the Kardashians. No, trying to help. Too helpful.
I like all the hints.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
That was really good.
Oh, we almost.
Thank God that train wreck's over, but if you want to hear it, find it on our socials at Brooke and Jeffrey.